Why we age and why we don't have to. Maybe I'm never gonna age. Let's see. Okay, we are gonna do something fun. I have been challenged. Joe Polish and his team challenged me for the end of the year to implement on a big idea. So I'm part of Genius Network. It's an amazing group of humans that we meet once a month, and we just had our annual event. And they're high-level entrepreneurs who are trying to build their life and the business to the next level. So we just had our annual event, and they have these things called 10-minute talks. And in the 10-minute talk, a different expert comes on and talks about whatever they're great at for 10 minutes. And the challenge that they then gave us, that I'm saying yes to, is to implement for the end of the year. So it runs from today's date, today's November 11th, day 1, until the end of the year. And the challenge is to see how much progress can you make on that goal. How many times have you gone to an event or gone to a seminar or webinar, learned from somebody, and you got great ideas? Like, that's a great idea. Or I read a great book, and then you didn't do anything on it, right? That's the big problem that they're trying to solve with this challenge. It's like you learn something, now you have to do something and execute. So there are 4 different 10-minute talks. You have to pick one and then execute for the end of the year. So, drum roll. Drum roll. I am gonna be doing Richard Rossi. Richard Rossi had an amazing 10-minute talk on life extension. And I was very curious about what he had to say. I didn't know too much about what he was gonna come on and talk about. So I thought, you know what? This is it. This is my challenge. At the end of his 10-minute talk, what he said was, go pick up a book. So I bought the book. This was the one he recommended. It's called Lifespan. So immediately I bought the book, not even knowing this challenge existed. I bought the book. And this is the problem. This is what most people do. Look, it's still shrink wrapped, right? It still has its wrapping paper on. Because I bought the book because I thought it was a great idea, but I haven't done anything yet. So, you're gonna join me on this journey as I try to figure out how to extend my life. Challenge accepted. Okay, update. So, step 1 was to get the book. Where's the book? Here's the book. Step 1 is to get the book and to open the book and to read the book. So we're gonna have to do that. But then step 2 is to get help. When you don't know what to do, or when you're going on a challenge, you need to get some help. You need to get an accountability partner. You need to get someone to do it with so that you're not doing this alone. So I thought, what better way to ask for help than from the person who actually gave the 10-minute talk, Richard Rossi himself. Now, I feel like this is cheating. I wonder, is this cheating? Because every other Genius Network member can do this. Anybody can contact Richard or any of the 10-minute talk people. So I don't feel like it's cheating. I think actually this is just a strategic advantage that anybody, if they thought of it, could use. So I messaged Richard Rossi and he wrote back. So here it is. Richard Rossi wrote back. I wrote, hey Richard, Evan Carmichael here. I'd love to connect to discuss your project. I also have a few ideas to give it more exposure if you'd like. What did I write? I also have a few ideas to give it more exposure. If you'd like that, I'm happy to help with. I was so excited. That's not my best English. I promise I can type better than that. But then he wrote, Evan, great hearing from you. That would be super. I'll be back to you in a sec via text. Richard Rossi. There he is. I'm getting my accountability partner. It's happening. I'm going to complete this challenge and we're going to win it. Let's go. Okay, so the next step. We took immediate action. We got the book, right? We got the book. We got a mentor, an accountability partner, and a guide. Richard Rossi is gonna help us. Yes, he doesn't quite fully know what he signed up for, but we're gonna recruit him. Next 3 is timelines. I don't even know how many days I have to actually do this. So we need to figure out our timeline so I know how many days I've got to complete this challenge. Okay, so I think the easiest thing to do is just figure out how many days I have left. So the best way to do this is we're just gonna do days until December 31st. That's the end of the year. Days until September 31st, 2021. How many days? 50 days. 50 days. It's November 11th right now. This is officially a 50-day challenge to make this happen. I'm so excited. Let's go. Day 1 is happening. So it has been a rough evening. My grandmother passed away a bunch of hours ago. She was the last of my 4 grandparents. It was expected, you know, she was in her 90s, her health had been declining, so it was expected. And we were there with her when it happened, so that was good. Just kind of, one, makes you realize the preciousness of life and the time that you have, and also just kind of weird that the day that I take my challenge for life extension is the day that my grandmother passes as well. So it's taking it in. I'm gonna make this life count. So I'm gonna wrap up my night, day 1 of the 50-day challenge, by reading Lifespan, opening this up. So this was the book recommended by Richard Rossi at the end of the Genius Network 10-minute talk. Lifespan, Why We Age and Why We Don't Have to, by David Sinclair. I can't open this with one hand. There it is. It's time to get reading. Okay, it is day 2 of my 50-day longevity challenge. I read the book last night. I got through the introduction and partway through the first section, and it is a very heavy book. Let me show you. Okay, so here's the book. If you remember yesterday, this was shrink wrapped, right? This was totally covered, cellophane. I hadn't opened it yet. We had a pretty rough day, and my evening was gonna be, you know, bedtime routine, go and read some books. So I unwrap it, you guys saw it, and then I go through this. Okay, it's some praise, and then look what the first line is. To my grandmother. Like, oh my gosh. And then the very first thing, the introduction that I read, was a grandmother's prayer, and it starts talking about his grandmother, and there's a picture of his grandmother in here, and he's calling her Nana, and where is it? Nana. We called ours Nonna, Italian. So I don't know if we need any more signs. I don't know if we believe in signs, but on the day that I take my longevity challenge, my grandmother passes, and I start reading this book as part of the challenge, and the first thing is a letter to his grandmother. So anyway, it feels like I'm on the right path. The other reason why this is so heavy is it's very dense with science, and I guess that makes sense if you're gonna be living a long time, but it's a struggle. I've historically told myself that I suck at science. I don't like it, I don't enjoy it, and this will be a struggle to get through with all the data, but I'm gonna do my best. I'm signed up for this challenge, and we're gonna make it count. I also went to the store quickly and got some flowers. We're gonna put these in some water. It's been a little rough here in the Carmichael household, so just to cheer it up, give Nina some love as well, we're gonna put these in some water. And then the plan is to start reading this book. 2 other quick updates. 1, I have booked a time in my calendar right here to do an hour with Richard Rossi to dive deeper and get some mentorship and have him help me come up with what else I need to do for my 50-day challenge. So this is on the 18th. Today is the 12th. So my goal between here and when I talk to Richard is to read as much of the book as possible, get some action items and to-dos, so that when I talk to him, he's gonna level me up even to the next step. And then I also started keeping a mini diary of sorts, just to keep track of what I've done every day. Sometimes when you're on a challenge, you kind of forget the progress that you made, especially a long challenge like 50 days. So I'm going to go day 1, day 2, day 3, and just keep track of what I've done and my progress so far, as well as making these videos. So today I've got to do a bunch of family stuff, obviously, and I'm also canceling all of my regular stuff. I'm canceling my meetings, I'm canceling all of my social media stuff, just to have a little bit of quiet time. Except for this, I don't know, this feels right, making this series for you. And the goal is to get through this book any spare time I have that I'm not with family, I'm gonna see how much of a dent I can make in here. Let's go. Okay, getting to the end of day 2. I spent a bunch of time with my parents, and anyway, didn't film any of that stuff for obvious reasons, but did finish section 1 of Lifespan, and it is a doozy. So I got to page 84, which plus the intro, for me is actually pretty good. I'm a slow reader, so I'm pretty proud that I got through page 84 with everything else happening today. Tomorrow I get to solutions, what we're learning. So I'm excited to see what comes out of this. But I struggled because I'm already a slow reader. But this is just an example of how complex and deep this stuff gets. This picture is supposed to make it easier. So they said, look at this. Scientists have settled on 8 or 9 hallmarks of aging. Address one of these and you can slow down aging. Address all of them and you might not age. Sounds amazing, right? So this picture is supposed to highlight how easy it is to understand. Deregulated nutrient sensing, altered intercellular communication, loss of proteostasis, stem cell exhaustion, mitochondrial dysfunction, epigenetic alterations, cellular senescence, and genomic instability. I don't understand any of these things. And he's trying to explain it. I don't understand any of this stuff. This is supposed to be the easy version. This is the picture. It was a struggle. I don't know how much I comprehended. I'm doing my best. But tomorrow we start learning about the actual solutions of what to do. So I'm excited. Day 3, kind of a disappointing day. So, reading the book. We're finally getting to solutions. So we spent about 100 pages between the introduction and the first section. It's 100 pages of the background and the science and all the terminology. And I am a combination of bored and frustrated in not knowing all the lingo and trying to understand it. But then finally we get to solutions. Okay, yes, practical. What can I don't need to be sold on it. I believe it. I want to live longer. Got it. What do I do? And so the chapter 4 today was the start of it. And he leads with calorie reduction and intermittent fasting. And both of those I already knew. But it's okay. Just because you know it doesn't mean that you can't learn some more behind it. And he just did a super quick summary and basically said that there's still some studies that have to be done and there's no recommendation yet. You can hear a couple options. And my heart kind of sunk. Like, really? I've learned more about those two things already on my own than here. And I was kind of hoping for more. But not to be disappointed, I made 2 decisions. One is I'm going to start microdosing on this more, taking smaller chunks of reading. So instead of reading 50 pages at a time, reading 10 and then executing. So as soon as I read about something, even if I know it, I'm going to try to apply it better. I'm a big fan of being able to put books down and then go do. I think you should give up on books sooner or put them down, not just plow through them. Because if you don't execute, that's the point of this challenge, right? This whole challenge started because I went to Genius Network annual event and they said, hey, make sure you're doing something about this afterwards. So I'm going to be microdosing on this book, going for about 10 pages a day and then doing something. And so today's action, since the theme was calorie restriction and intermittent fasting, I decided that I went on a 31-hour fast that I ended tonight. And the only thing I had was a coffee that had 1 cream in it from Tim Hortons. Apart from that, it was just water for 31 hours. And yeah, so I'm gonna keep on my fasting schedule. I'm gonna be a little more strict with it. I've been kind of on and off for the past 1.5 years. So here's the plan. I'm going to not eat until 6 o'clock at night from, actually probably every day of the week, not until 6 o'clock at night. as long as I can, as long as I'm not getting a headache, I'm not going to pass out. I'm not going to do anything crazy, but not eat until 6. Try to eat in the 6 to 8 window. Keep it healthy. Obviously, no sugars, etc. Saturday, be a little more loose with what I eat, and then Sunday, try to do the full day fasting until the next morning. So it'll be 30 something hours. Yeah, that's it. Tomorrow, hopefully, I'll learn something new, and I'll start to apply it too. Trying to live longer. Let's go. Okay, day 4 of the How Do I Extend My Lifetime Challenge. Continued reading more of Lifespan. Today was a little better. So today's focus was on exercise. So he talked about the importance of exercise, and yeah, exercise we know. But again, great reminder, and of specific interest was just talking about how the importance of getting your heart rate up, where some of the stuff I do, like yoga, doesn't really get my heart going. So I decided to create a new workout regimen plan, 6 days a week, 2 days a week doing yoga, but then also making sure that I take some stairs up. So I just took some stairs right now, so that gets the heart going, get the breath going. We're on the 13th floor, so it's quite some stairs up and down. 2 days a week doing weights, and so the weights, I do a lot of weights to help with I have shoulder mouse. I use my mouse so often that it causes shoulder issues, and so there's a awesome workout. If you want to learn if you get issues in your shoulder because using the mouse too much, here's what you got to do. You start by doing bicep curls. Bicep curls is number 1. Then you go and do some rows. So do both sides, even if you only have the shoulder, the mouse shoulder on one side. You do rows. Then you do shoulder shrugs, but open, like backwards and to the outwards. And then you do T's. And when you do those 4 things, it strengthens the muscle, and doing that really, when I'm consistent on it, gets rid of the shoulder mouse. So mouse shoulder. I'm so happy about that. Anyway, so putting those in, but again, that doesn't get the heart rate going. So again, stairs on those 2 days, and then 2 days of swimming. So I got to get back to swimming. They just opened the pool here in my building. So 2 days of swimming, 2 days of weights with then the stairs, and then 2 days of yoga with the stairs, 6 days a week, getting the exercise on. So that part wasn't, so revolutionary, but another great reminder and another hack and tweak I'm making to my schedule so that I can live longer and more healthily. Let's go. Okay, it is day 5. I am off to go get my physical. So most men apparently in their 40s don't do annual physicals. And I probably wouldn't either, but my wife makes me. We love Nina. Gotta love Nina, looking out for me. So I'm gonna go get my numbers, which actually works out for this challenge, to see where I'm at, what my baseline is, to see if I make any improvements. So fingers crossed it goes well. It's windy, but got some good news. Weight is down from last year. They were surprised, like, hey, come on, I've been working. We were doing stuff. Blood pressure is what was the blood? As good as it can be, she said. So she was happy with the blood pressure. It's great. And then now we just did the blood test. So last year I had high cholesterol. So we're gonna see how well I did this year, and if not, extra work to do. Let's go. But overall, I'm happy. Okay, day 6. Since yesterday, my doctor congratulated me on losing weight since my last physical. I thought it'd be good to check in on how much we weigh and see how much it changes over this 50-day journey. Okay, it says step on. Here we go. 197.3. Let's go. ECC, that's me. Okay, so that's our starting point. I'll check in every week and we'll see how well we're doing. And today's plan is fast until 6. Read more from the book to learn some new secrets, and go swimming. Nina and I are gonna go swimming. Yeah. Haven't been swimming in a long time, so this is gonna be fun. All right, I am pretty proud of myself. The last time I went swimming was 2 years ago because they shut down our pool, and what I was aiming for 2 years ago was 20 lengths. So if I hit 20 lengths of the pool, then that was a successful endeavor. And today we did 26. 26 lengths. I haven't swum in 2 years. First time in the pool, 26 lengths. And honestly could have gone more. Just needed to get back up because of timing. So feeling pretty good. So far so good, strategy's working. High five to me. Okay, to make sure we have time to actually edit this video, I'm gonna call it there for this week. It's been, wow, what a wild journey already. In only 6 days, I've decided to take on this 50-day challenge. I got the time set with Richard Rossi to go over, and he's gonna challenge me next week. That'll be in next week's video. Picked up the book, Lifespan, started applying the lessons, doing intermittent fasting, eating only 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Saturday, a bit of a cheat day in terms of the food, but still 6 to 8 p.m. The other days doing calorie restriction and just super healthy. Sunday, full day fast, created a new workout schedule. Let's see if I can remember. 2 days a week is swimming. 2 days a week is yoga plus stairs. 2 days a week is working out to help my shoulders plus stairs. That's a good week. Did I miss something? Probably, but more information to come as I continue to learn how to expand my lifetime, why we age and why we don't have to. Maybe I'm never gonna age. Let's see. Thank you for joining me for this one. You wanna watch what happens next week? Check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll love it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.